What's going on, Gemini? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for December 26th through January 1st. So in this reading, Gemini, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and much more regarding December 26th through January 1st. But before we begin this reading, Gemini, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Gemini, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be grateful. I would be very grateful of that over here, Gemini. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you for the upcoming week of December 26th through January 1st. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination for Gemini. Well, it looks like we're dealing for the returning viewers with some similar themes from the last reading. Let's start this off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you, Gemini. You have Saint Germain, karma releasing. So it seems like you have an opportunity to release some karma. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So something about releasing karma, okay, for this week. So definitely don't get caught up in the little things. There's something coming through right off the bat, Gemini, as like... no wind is favorable to the sailor who doesn't know where he's going. And so there's something about if you can set a big goal for your life, there's something about thinking gigantic, there's something about thinking so big that it's almost like any little nuance and obstacle, it's almost like you're just I'm just getting like this energy of being... Don't be afraid to be extremely overly confident, like almost to the point where you delude yourself, but then that confidence translates into actual like spiritual energy. There's something about if you worry about if you worry too much about the first step that you're taking, it's going to be too scary. Whereas you have to have this like crazy self-belief where you almost believe in your destiny. Okay, there's something about just like moving out, and the universe will move out of your way. There's something about this week, the whole universe will move out of your way depending on the energy that you bring to the table, right? If you shuffle your feet and you don't ask for much, there's something about the universe is going to be like, all right, well then you get what you deserve. Whereas there's something about like knowing, like, act like a king, act like a queen in order to be treated like one. Not only from people, but from the universe, okay? I'll expand more on that in a second when I get more information. And you have the Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So there's something about definitely expressing your gifts, like you have a gift to the world here, you have something to share, but a lot of you are like playing too small to really let that out, all right? You also have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right, an important lesson is unfolding, okay? So do what you feel is right this week, an important lesson is unfolding. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. It's also interesting, you see the color of these three oracle cards is very similar. So there could be something going on with the third eye chakra here. So let's go ahead and start this reading off with your opportunity. For this week, Gemini, you have the Six of Swords as your opportunity. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you to move from choppy waters to calmer waters. This could have to do with some sort of physical travel for you. Also, I feel like it's more so just giving up on something and being open to starting over. Okay, like there's something about you traveling in what you believe is possible. This could have to do with some sort of goal, or this could have to do with letting go of something. If there's been drama, if you've been dealing with drama in a love situation, or anything that's like overly dramatic, you want to just be like confident and be like, I got this. Okay, so we're gonna have to clarify what it's about. Now you have the Knight of Swords in your challenge here, Gemini. So I really get you in your challenge. I feel like it's almost like you can't get it. Sometimes it comes through the challenge. Sometimes it comes through, Gemini, is like, this is like you're doing too much of this. Intuitively, what's coming through is you're not doing enough of this. The Knight of Swords is someone who doesn't necessarily think of like anything besides like some sort of goal that they set. Okay, it's a little bit of an immature energy. There's an opportunity to become a little bit immature this week in order for you to get through something. And it's once again like the immaturity that I was taught. It's not, I'm just using an English word, immature, to translate this frequency. It's really about like being bold. You might have a challenge to be bold, okay? And be bold enough to let go of what no longer serves you, but also to be bold enough to think bigger than your current circumstances, right? That's when it's tough. So, like, all right, let's go ahead and look at your overall, and we're going to clarify that, but let's go ahead and look at your overall general energy. Something to do with your destiny. The wheel of the fate of your fate is starting to spin here. You have the Eight of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Five of Pentacles. There's a quote coming into my mind that fate or destiny leads the willing and drags the reluctant. Let me repeat that. Your destiny leads the willing and drags the reluctant here. So there's something about deep down in your heart, if you're honest with yourself and you look at the major changes that are unfolding, the way that you feel about certain things or the external things that are going on in your life, you can deep down know like, all right, this is meant to happen. There's also another quote coming into my mind. Everything that has ever happened to you has been waiting to happen to you since the beginning of time. And that seems to be going on here. So I wouldn't don't sweat the small stuff here, Gemini. If you look at your immediate situation, I don't know if this is a breakup. I don't know if this is changing in career. If you are to be overly concerned about practicality, materialism, logical, what are my parents going to think of this? You need to connect with something bigger. That's the only way you're going to get through whatever you're getting through, okay? So we're going to clarify, but clearly it seems like there's something about moving, once again, your opportunity, and then you have the Eight of Cups. This is a similar energy, moving away from something that no longer feels right. But there's something, there's a fear of, I can't even do it. Like, the Five of Pentacles here in your overall general energy is just coming through as, a limiting, you being on the outside, and it's it's not here right now. So remember, the day that you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. I would keep reminding yourself of that. And so there's an enjoyment. I actually feel like once you get through this, almost primal fear of whatever change you're making, there's a real enjoyment in things that take time. Because if everything was figured out for you and it was clear, you wouldn't enjoy it anyway. It's like a little spoiled kid who gets everything they want. They don't appreciate anything. So you're going through a process here. We're going to see what it's about in a moment. Some of you could be letting go of a relationship that you could never imagine letting go. Something to do with that, potentially, for some of you. And patience is the key here. So we go here to what you don't see coming, Gemini. You have the Four of Wands, you have the Hermit, and you also have the Five of Wands. We're going to have to clarify in a moment to really get some information about what exactly this is all about. But clearly here, you're going to be surrounded by some sort of drama that from other people or you're creating within your own psyche, because you are an air sign, and so you have a lot more natural inclination to just be very smart. But sometimes you're almost too smart for your own good. So in what you don't see coming, we're going to have to clarify. But you have the Hermit. It's almost like you're tuning out. Once again, it's I just keep getting like this image of like someone filming you, or like people filming you, and you're just like, no, like, and it's like this cocky like thing. I don't know why I'm getting that. Now, when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, you're really going to want to be very patient and optimistic despite anything that's going on in the external circumstance. So a lot of you could be changing your inner practices. You could actually be, in what you don't see coming, I see you doing a lot of shadow work. I see you like most of the thoughts that you think are your own, you're thinking, I can't do this, I can't make this change, I'm not good enough, you're whatever. It's not your thoughts. It's been proven that the brain is just a transmitter and a receiver of energy and information, what we call thoughts. It's not in your head, it's you're receiving them. And there's something here about you getting that out of your life and just taking your power back, releasing the karma, because a lot of you are unaware that there's been karma on you that's not even yours, that you've just been taking on. Now, this is your advice from your spirit guides. All right, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Three of Wands here, Gemini. So there's something here about being very very calm, cool, collected, and full of love despite what could be happening in the external world. Also, just knowing, also just trusting the ebb and flow of life. Like, no one can ride the wave of success forever. So, like, people think that they're doing, like, when it comes to, you might be thinking, I really feel like this is, I'm about to start clarifying, but this is something I really want to get across to you. You're not doing anything wrong. There's something about you're judging, for some, this is not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, you're like, I'm not using the law of attraction enough. Like, I'm not that, so there's something about like the law of attraction police where you might be thinking that you messed up. How did I find myself in this situation? But what I'm telling you is there's something here about like, this was meant to happen. This is part of your destiny for things to, like, things go up, things go down. And nothing can just be like this for the whole life. And if someone's life on social media looks like it's just going like this, well, then they're just hiding it because it's like this. And so just, if you can just embrace that while continuing to hold a higher vision, you'll be fine. But if you get in all these, like, I'm just trying to walk you out of some sort of like self-imposed, or not even self-imposed, but like resistance. So let's go ahead and clarify, Gemini, why the Six of Swords is here in your opportunity. All right, it's an opportunity for you to let something go, move beyond drama. There's a clear message coming through about something. There's a difference between something called inner intention versus outer intention. People who use something called outer intention get exactly what they want, and it seems impossible. People who use inner intention never seem to get what they want. Inner intention is when you force something to happen. When you're trying to fight against the physical world, you look at your external circumstances and you say, this is bad, I'm just going to push through. Or people with outer intention, it's what we could classically call magic, where with your free will, see, I'm a practitioner of Christ consciousness, and what Christ consciousness, and many of you are as well, so you'll understand this, what the primary thing about Christ consciousness is free will. All of us have free will in this life, and all of us will all have our choice about what our life is confirmed over time. So literally, you have to make a choice about where your life is going. Think big. Just simply make a choice with no resistance, as if you're picking something out from a catalog. I want this in my life. Okay, then treat it as if like you're going to the news. You're going to a store, getting a newspaper. If you were to go to the store to get a newspaper, would you have all this resistance? No, you know the store exists, you just go, you get the newspaper, and that's it. You can treat, there's no limit to the abundance, there's no limit to anything that you want in this life as long as you can have no resistance. If you master resistance, you master this time-space reality, and what you're learning to master is resistance. So if you feel the resistance and you feel like the opposite of what I'm just telling you to select something, and you may even be getting mad, like, what does he mean select something? It's part of your journey. You're exactly where you need to be. I promise you. I promise. Why is the Six of Swords here? Now, if you want to know more, and I'm not trying to be salesy, but if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, you can in the link in the description, I have my course, the Magic Manifestor Academy. I go much deeper into this, in that. If you're like, what is he talking about? It sounds like resonant. Okay. Let's see. Why is the Six of Swords here in your opportunity? The Emperor. Yeah. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Emperor, the King of Cups, and also the Two of Cups here. Some of you are definitely moving on from a relationship that just throws everything off in your life. It throws, and this could be a friendship, this could be a love situation, whatever it is that you're moving on from. This could be something that you had a lot of love for. But alternatively, for a lot of you, this is just the relationship that you have like with yourself, and you're going to learn to power through something with a combination of willpower and also love. So the Emperor, the King of Cups, and also the Two of Cups here in the Six of Swords opportunity. There's an opportunity to move towards something that you have to make a self-loving choice. It may be hard to make, like you may have to be strict with yourself. An Emperor, okay, I have to make this choice, but as soon as you make the choice, it's going to lead to a lot of more harmony in your life, okay? So let's also go ahead and clarify. I want to clarify why this Wheel of Fortune is here. This is the biggest card here. You also have the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune are the only two major arcana in the reading besides the clarification of the Emperor. So you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. Something is beyond your, like, something has been waiting to happen. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for you in your overall general energy, Gemini? Two more. The Wheel of Fortune and your overall general energy is clarified by the Devil, the King of Swords, and also the Lovers here. A lot of you, this definitely has to do with a person, you cutting someone out of your life that is clearly toxic, whether this be a close friend, family member, or lover. Clearly, this is to do with you moving on from them, but for somehow you don't know what your life's going to look like moving on from them. For others of you, though, this is definitely to do with you thinking that you did something wrong. Getting too focused on the external world and what it's currently reflecting to you, and just believing in that. Like what story are you telling yourself that now things are changing? Oh, now I'm a failure because I don't have like a direction. You know, if there's a period of time where you don't have clarity, like you should enjoy that, because remember, life is like this, right? So if you're down here, trust me, when you're up here, you're going to kind of want that. So the grass is always greener, something like that. You're moving through a deep limitation, though. And it's this fine line between love and being hard on yourself. That's what I'm getting. Let's also go ahead and clarify why the Knight of Swords is here in your challenge. I just feel like there's a challenge for you to just put your foot on the gas, you know? The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Hermit in your challenge. Yeah, you're just... It's not enough just like ruthless, I don't want to say ruthless, but like a youthful like ability to believe in yourself. Like a lot of you you may have to brainwash yourself that you can do this, that you can make it through this. However this is going to manifest here in your challenge, I do feel like you're just overthinking it. You're over analyzing. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? The people who get what they want, they don't do that. They just go to the end. Like, so you may need to break out the Neville Goddard books. Have you ever heard of Neville Goddard? It's about living in the end. It's about if you can select a certain thing that you want, hold it in your heart as if it's already here right now. Then don't worry about what's going on in the external world. Okay? So it's like about getting out of your own way, not letting people get in your head. There's also something about like what people are going to think of you now, and then you let that get in your head. So it's like if things have been going like this and now they're going like this, it's like you're meant to be there. I'm telling you. And you just need to be patient with this. This too shall pass, right? King Solomon, this too shall pass. And let's also go ahead and clarify some advice here. Let's clarify why is the Three of Wands here in your advice. So it's almost like you have to be patient as you're taking action, right? Why is it Three of Wands here? Three of Wands in your advice is clarified by the Tower, the Strength card, and also the Six of Wands here. Yeah, you're just going to have to let the chips fall where they are for now and have the strength to know that you're going to have a victory eventually from this. Like right now, you're just going to have the strength to let something deteriorate, understanding that it was probably always meant to from a certain level. Okay, so not like getting in your ego about it. I feel like this is ego versus like higher self awareness. So I would break out like a balance between being in the moment and then also learning how to manifest correctly. And you also have the Six of Wands here in your advice. So you're going to make it through this, Gemini. The only thing that's going to stop you making it through this and shifting onto a worse lifeline is your own definitions, is your own resistance that you are running into. So there's many different ways that you can resolve resistance. I've given you a few things in this reading to consider, but mainly it's patience here. Understanding this too will pass, and you're releasing karma here. So with that being said, Gemini, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope that this provided you clarity and insight.